Holler is intended for mature audiences only, so your mom is definitely invited. Sometimes controversial, always engaging. It's the podcast that lets your voice be heard. It's the podcast that shouts you out. It's time to holler. Can you dig it?
I could eat a unicorn one day through a Pop-Tart.
I like toaster strudels.
You like the jizzy part?
Yeah, I like the way it explodes
You
in
like
my
it?
mouth. And to swallow it down. Oh my God.
Your tweets, snaps, Facebook comments, and even phone calls. Holler any way you want.
They used to give kids opiates to keep them quiet.
This is much less offensive than that.
JD, Brian, and Gracie. Holler at your boys and a girl.
Oh, yes. Ain't it fresh? You know it is. You already know what it is. Welcome so much to Holler. It's the podcast that shouts you out on the internet. We're at officialholler.com. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitter. But most importantly, my name's JD Short, and you can hit me up on all that stuff. Spell my name out. That's how it goes. And right now, to my current direction, this one? Yeah, this one. This direction is my good buddy Brian. What's up, Brian? How you doing?
Holler Nation, what is up? We are so happy to be here tonight. Glad you guys are joining us as always. If you're listening now, you're on Facebook Live. If you're listening sometime that's not now, you're on Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, and anywhere else that podcasts are downloaded. I'm going to shout out our website, officialholler.com. You can always go there for past episodes. You can go read our bios, all kinds of cool stuff. The latest episode will always be on the front page. It's a really cool mobile-friendly website, officialholler.com. Go check it out. And as always, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at official_holler. We've got a great guest this evening. He's a local guy just like us. Before we get to him, I'm going to intro our third co-host. It's Gracie. Gracie in the cool shirt. What's up, Gracie?
Hi, look, my shirt says super because I am, super. It's
You
back.
are
I'm
super.
just confused. Whatever. Hey, guys. It's Friday. I am super. 2020 really still sucks, but it's okay because Holler is here to save the day. You can find me on Twitter at Holler at Gracie or Snapchat at GracieH89. That's about it. That's all I got.
Do you all remember this one?
Hi, Kayla.
It's Friday night, and the mood is right. We're going to have some fun, show you how it's done. Holler fucking time. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? And can we say hi to our good buddy? He's down there, in my view. I don't know. We'll see. It's Dave Lavender, ladies and gentlemen. Can we give him a little...
Yay for Dave Lavender.
What's up, guys?
Nothing. Adam says, what's up? How are you doing?
Adam, what's up? Kayla Bell in the house. What's up?
Dave, we're going to talk about a bunch of wonderful stuff, man. We're going to talk about West Virginia. We're going to talk about Big Rock and the candy-ass Mountain Boys. Did I say that right?
Yeah, we've been called worse. We talked about Jackie, called a Big Ass and the Canyon Rock Mountain Boys. So.
Oh, damn. Big ass, canyon ass. Big ass. I've got a big canyon in my ass rock. Put a rock in it. We're also going to talk about some really fun music news because you're a music head. You're a story head. Really, you're a West Virginia head. And that's what we want to talk about because we are Holler. We're filmed and recorded and streamed live from the beautiful, wild, and wonderful Huntington, West Virginia. It's the birthplace of podcasts. It's America's best community. It's the nicest place in West Virginia. Soon to be the nicest place in America. Come on now. You know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
So before we do anything, Brian, I think you have a shout out of somebody that we need to say hi to, right?
Yeah, absolutely, guys. This podcast is proudly powered by Camo CBD. As a matter of fact, I've already got this on my game plan for tomorrow. These are Camo CBD gummies. You can go to camocbd.com and you can buy this exact stuff that I've got in my hands right here. Tomorrow is my one relaxing day of the week, and I'm definitely going to eat those gummies, kick back, watch a few good films. But all through the week, I want to show you what I drink, which is this stuff right here. It's a Camo energy shot. It's got CBD, which helps with inflammation, just like an Advil. So helps with my everyday aches and pains because I'm a sport guy and I play sports all the time. But also it gives me the caffeine and the energy to make it through my fucking crazy ass work day that I have.
And I'd like to tell you a little bit about this one. It's the blue one. You have the Brian one. I have the JD one. This is relax. It tastes like berries, and it punches you in the face with CBD, and it's fucking cool because CBD is completely non-psychoactive. You do not get high. You do not get fucking high from this shit. All right. What you do is consider it to be like a vitamin, because guess what? There's vitamins in weed, but there's certain weed that doesn't get you high. Great, it's awesome. So eat it, drink it,
Vitamin
smoke
weed.
it, suck it. Smoking, snorting, shooting. Sorry. I'm just,
DJ Sanders says, "What's up, Dave Live?" There you go.
Hey, all right, man.
Daniel says, "JD, you're looking good tonight."
Thank you, sir. I appreciate
And
it.
Lindsay says, "Candy ass."
All right, so everybody go to camocbd.com. Use the offer code JODI, JODI, gets you free shipping. At least that's the current thing, right? Am I correct? Right.
That's correct. Everything you just saw us hold on the screen, you can get it with free shipping. So go check it out. Again, proudly powered by Camo CBD. Okay, so guys, if you've got a drink out there in Holler Nation, this is your time. I'm going to toast to get this show started. Let's get this party started. Dave Lav, I am a bourbon guy, as you can see behind me. This is like smelling salt for me. I'm suddenly awake. I was asleep like an hour ago. Now I'm awake. It's like that.
Yeah, there, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, guys, your Holler toast for this evening goes something like this. Dating is just wondering why someone is single and then figuring it out. Cheers, guys. Oh, married girl thinks it's funny. JJ Waters, what's up?
JJ Water's been running errands for a long time. Never got back to me.
Yeah, JD, please tell the world about Zugma, because we need to shout them out a little bit more.
Zugma, yeah. Zugma is the band that does the song called Jerry Diesel, and it is our theme song. It's from a record called, damn it, I forgot what it's called. That's actually not the name of it, but it should be. You can check out Zugma's music on Spotify, Apple Music, blah, 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 blah.
Dave and the Camo Ass Mountain Boys, says Alan Brown. And Lindsay counters that with Dave and the Mountain of Ass Candy. We'll just keep this going.
Dude, I'm so excited to have you here, man. I have been pumped about this show ever since you said you would do it. And we had a conversation a long time ago. You had this really cool anecdote, and I want to see if you can give me like a tight 2 minutes or 3 even. I don't give a fuck. Take your time, because you're a wonderful storyteller. Tell us about the first podcast ever.
The first podcast? Sure. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, probably thinking about washing dishes, maybe.
Well, so you work for the state of West Virginia in a capacity, right? What do you do if it doesn't violate any HIPAA or anything?
No. I work for the development office, and so we do like workforce training, and then I also help put in apprenticeships with different companies. And so like right now we're doing solar electricians with Solar Holler, and I'm also building out a brewer's apprenticeship as well with Bridge Valley. So kind of cool here in West Virginia, you can get a brew tech degree from Bridge Valley, and then we can help get you into an apprenticeship with a brewery in West Virginia. So yeah, kind of working on that right now. So it's kind of neat. It's working with a lot of different companies and also kind of opening up those opportunities to everybody. So working with American Foundation for the Blind to try to do some opportunities for people with low vision, and also Jobs and Hope and West Virginia Women Works and all that kind of stuff as well.
Oh my gosh, that's absolutely fantastic, man. That's so.
So when do you sleep?
What's that, Gracie?
I said, so when do you sleep? Do you ever sleep?
Man,
You're doing all this cool stuff. Do you sleep?
These days, hardly ever. I mean, who can sleep, right? I think this is great times if you're a psychologist. I mean, and psychiatrists too. I mean, golly, it's just rough times. Everybody's got. I think the whole nation's full of anxiety. I know I am. So, not sleeping a whole lot these days, to be honest. Always waking up worried about something.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah.
Music and good podcasts and people to kind of help us, and some CBD, some camo CBD to help us out.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth. Dave, are you born and raised in West Virginia?
So I was just born across the river in Franklin Furnace, and in Ohio, one of the few places where you exit on the left. And then I went to the University of Kentucky and did like 5 internships.
Go Cats.
And ended up back here. We worked in Chillicothe, Ohio, and I played in a biker band up there, kind of helped start the Easy Rider Rodeo. And then we were down in Clarksville, Tennessee, and that's where I learned to brew and stuff down there. And then we were down there for a few years and decided to come back to Huntington. So, and because this is where we're from, Huntington was always the big city.
When you're going into town, yeah, welcome to Huntington. So you used to write for the local paper, right?
Yeah. So I've always been a writer. So, or as I always said, a drinker with a writing problem. So
aren't we all? Yeah, there we go. Now, what was the topic? What was the subject matter that you covered when you did write for the local paper? By the way, for those that don't know.
Oh, so I covered mostly like entertainment and so like just kind of I put a kind of wide angle lens on that. So I'll cover like any kind of music, and it'd be like Appalachian Terror Unit to the symphony, and
you went punk rock to what was that, Beethoven?
The hip hop, everything, and so like. And it's like pretty cool. Like when we moved back from outside Nashville, there was a great hip hop scene happening here with K Cutter and Tiger and of course Papa Doc, and a lot of really cool stuff happening.
Those are some names I haven't heard in years, man. That's insane.
Yeah, Self-Made Records, man. There was like a lot of some crazy good hip hop happening here. And so it was really cool. Like Huntington's always been like urban Appalachia, and so we've always been like sort of the place that everybody came from every, all of Eastern Kentucky and Southern Ohio and all over West Virginia to kind of make it and prove themselves all night, as Bruce Springsteen would say. And it's always been like since I moved back here from Nashville, never had to reach for an amazing story. Huntington is full of them, and some pretty crazy stuff.
So, talking about that, I want to do one more thing, and then we're going to move on to the point of the whole show, which is our polls that we go out. Speaking of talking to people is what we do on this show. And so before we get there, I was talking with a friend saying, oh, dude, Dave's going to be on the show tomorrow. What should I ask him about? And he said, well, you have 3 things you should ask him about. But then we broke it down and even asked about more. Can you tell us a little bit more about your involvement in Huntington Pride? And what that means to you?
In Huntington Pride? Well, I was kind of involved with the Mayor's Council for Diversity from the beginning. I was kind of like the token media person, and so kind of was always involved with the Open to All campaign and that kind of thing. Definitely one of the kind of backseat players to that, but always like a big supporter and ally, for really everybody in the creative community, and so, and then also we've been, my wife and I do social media for the Black Sheeps and Bonhoff and Bad Shepherd, and so we've always Pat and Jess have always just been huge allies for the Pride community, and doing the drag brunch and that kind of stuff. And so but we've always kind of been like right there. It's Real and I like in supporting our friends, and because man, we think my feeling is that y'all means all, and so
That's great.
about anybody that love is love, and so I always say if you can find somebody to love you, then man, good for you, because we know what kind of an asshole you are, and so that's what I was thinking myself. I'm just like really blessed to find somebody to put up with me, right? And
what a wonderful outlook. I mean, that is a Appalachian outlook right there, dude. For real, that's some real talk. Real talk. Real talk. JJ wants you to plug your series of books, man. What are they called? What do you do? What are they called? What do you do?
Oh, okay. So this is like what. So when we so JD, when we moved back from Nashville, we found out that like really that the states were kind of segregated. I thought Ohio, Kentucky, and West Virginia, and so we where I grew up in Southern Ohio, and then went to UK, and then was very familiar with Eastern Kentucky, and then lived in Huntington by choice, bicycled to work and stuff. That we wanted to bring everybody together, and so we did Dave Trippin, a day tripper's guide to the Appalachian Galaxy of Ohio, Kentucky, and West Virginia. And so we did two different versions of that book, about 300 pages each. And so told people in West Virginia about Red River Gorge, and told people about Berea, Kentucky, and people in West Virginia about Athens, Ohio, and cool places like that.
So you created this really kick-ass like triumvirate that is shiftable. Like people in Ohio can come to West Virginia for this, and then go to Kentucky for that, and you can cross these state lines together and turn it into this wonderful commerce. And that's why we are the Jewel City, baby.
That's right. Yeah, because we're like at the epicenter of it, right? We are, as Seth Cyphers always says, we are the capital of Appalachia. Like, prove that we're not, right? So it's like, right,
what
West Virginia is Huntington's the capital of Appalachia.
Yeah,
right?
man. Hashtag Capalachia.
Appalachia. We got it. That's it.
Oh my God, this show is already.
So just to be clear, Dave, you are taking a trip in this series of books. You're not tripping in the books. I didn't know what kind of tripping we were doing. I was subscribed either way. Just to be clear, I was subscribed.
Well, we were always traveling with little kids, so it was like tripping. And so, we were just fearless. Terrell and I, we just take little kids skiing, which doesn't make any sense at all. Because there's nothing like dressing like three people like in Eskimo suits, and then they gotta pee. Right? Everybody, like once you get all that shit up, you gotta pee, and so it's like
So Dave, I'm glad that you mentioned that. That's something that I actually did know about you only because I've never met you until this podcast, just to be clear. But you are mutual friends with many of my friends, and you've went skiing with a few of my buddies that I've actually skied with before. I'm a snowboarder.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I always went skiing when I was a small child. I was one of those little kids that you had to dress, and my dad would always put me kind of right in front of him and just kind of like guide me down the mountain. That's how I grew up, man. And those are really, really great memories. And so as fucked up and funny as it is to, like you said, to like have to get these kids in and out of this stuff, man, they will remember it forever. So good on you for doing that. Seriously.
Yeah, West Virginia's got great skiing. I mean, in the Mid-Atlantic, we have over 800,000 people that come to West Virginia to ski, and we have 5 downhill ski resorts. And it's something that we need to really plug. It's really awesome, and it really humbles you. When you're as an adult, when you fall down, you're like, well, shit. No wonder kids are cry when they're like crawling around. It's hard to get back up.
Now, Dave, before we're finished with you here, my question for you, I have the understanding that you're a craft beer wine guy. Is that kind of true?
Yeah, I'm a brewer. So this is kind of a fun, interesting story about learning to brew. So I've been a home brewer for about 23 years. And so when we were in Clarksville, we were right there by the Army base by Fort Campbell. And a Black Hawk helicopter pilot, Tim Hurlbut, taught me to brew. And so anyway, back then you couldn't really get beer supplies anywhere. So he had a setup in his basement where you could get the supplies. But he lived way out in the country. And so his wife worked at a Presbyterian daycare. in downtown Clarksville. And so I would go and knock on the door of a Presbyterian daycare, and typically the lady who would answer the door was Gretchen Cordy, who was a finalist on the first season of Survivor. So
Interesting.
and like just from there, it's kind of like
And you know what she did? You know what she did, Dave? She kindly fucked off over yonder. That's what she did.
Over yonder.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with her, man. She was grade A badass. She was like out teaching like survival skills to the 101st Airborne. So I didn't mess with Gretchen, and she almost won Survivor the first year, which was really funny. And for the whole time I was brewing in Clarksville, I would get my brew supplies in an unmarked paper sack at the daycare from Gretchen.
That is not sketchy at all.
Not sketchy.
Melissa, what's up? And Holler Nation, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Thank you.
That is such a kick-ass way of looking at it. Oh, I love that shit so much. Well, thank you, Dave, for all those stories. We've got plenty more to go, I promise. But we need to hear from the crew, Holler Nation, Brian, in your motherfucking Viking helmet and your big old bitch goggles. Will you kick it off, man? Do you mind?
I got you. Here we go.
Link up at officialholler.com.
All right, so we have polls, and not those.
I
kind.
don't have one.
I see what you did there, Dave.
Well,
damn it. Okay,
it's true.
Brian, you should go first this time, man. Since you gave us the toast, I believe that you start the poll off first.
Cool. Well, I'm going to start off with us, and then I'm going to read some Facebook answers. My poll this evening, Dave, Lav, something to think on here. What is something that you will do next year in 2021 that you were unable to do this year? So, I feel like a lot of people got ripped off this year, and we've all got at least something kind of on our list. JD,
okay.
What are your thoughts on this?
Attend the inauguration of Joe Biden. Next.
It's funny to me.
Gracie, what will you do next year?
Well, go places. Nathan, anything fun. So I plan on going to every single live show I can. Even if it's JD's band, I plan on drinking lots of alcohol in a bar, watching live music. I plan on going to the aquarium. I plan on going to the zoo. I plan on eating at a restaurant and sitting at the bar and getting shit-faced without a mask. I might wear a mask. I don't know. I plan on going to live music. Do you know that I miss live music? Shut the fuck up. We're going with this. Live music.
Gracie, thank you so much.
I don't know which one of you hit that button, but I'm not done yet.
Oh, she's
Just
still
kidding,
going.
I'm done. I'm kidding. Your turn.
Whew. Dave Lav, what's up? What are you going to do next year?
Oh man, I'm Gracie. I just can't wait for some good live music and just sort of being all of the Huntington scene again. Judging Chili Fest with JJ, who was on here. Man, we had a hell of a good time one year judging the booths a couple years ago. And and just sort of being at the V Club and just a big sweaty mass of people and seeing everybody, seeing people from the different scenes supporting each other and that kind of thing. So I can't wait to just be back out again and not afraid, of people.
No shit. And the truth
not
is,
having to give air hugs.
The truth is, we're not afraid. We're not afraid of people. We're afraid of something we can't see. And it's not fear that we're experiencing. I just want to let everybody know that. It is anxiety, it's depression, it's sadness. That's okay. SAD. It is what it is. But we can get this. We'll get this done. It's gonna happen. We just keep doing this. Just keep doing that.
Big Jim says it.
Big Jim.
Brandon Woolham says live music and all the beer fest. And you know what? I think you guys are already seeing it. I haven't even given my answer, but I'll go next. Live music is going to be the winner here. It's funny that, we all miss it. I miss the festivals that I could go to. I miss the shows. And even like you said, just the V Club look what we took for granted, man. We could just pop in the V Club on a random night, and whether it's open mic night, whether it's a bigger night with a bigger show, we just had that at our fingertips and we took it for fucking granted. And now look at us begging for it. Like, we're like, please just give me a tidbit of anything. I'll take anything at this point. Crazy.
Anything at all, please.
Okay, so I'm going to go over to Facebook this round and read these answers first. So everyone that commented, by the way, if you're just tuning in for the first time, our Holler polls, they're always available on the Holler page. If you go to the page, give it a follow, you're going to see the polls come up every Friday, and you're also going to see who the guest is along with what time they're going to be on the show. So definitely give the Holler page a like and a follow, and you'll be subscribed. Okay, so starting with Marty. Marty says, I'm going to hug my friends more. Fran says, ride some roller coasters. Now there's a good outlook. Like I missed that also. She's right. LaCandace says, I hope to go visit my uncle that I haven't seen in about 10 years, maybe cross some things off the bucket list. Captain Awesome, and that's his actual name, by the way, legal name, Captain Awesome. He's going to travel to Western Europe. He retired in December with plans of not being home for most of 2020. Well, how did that work out? Not so Captain fucking not so awesome in 2020. Corey says rock shows with my band. Here's the favorite answer of the evening, and this got the people talking in the chat on Facebook. Brittany, shout out to Brittany Linkus, says, have a man spit into my mouth. Look. That's right. That's what Brittany said. And and so just a bunch of people comment on that. So that's the best comment of the night. I did as well. That shit was fucking hilarious. Thank you guys all for commenting on that. JD, scooting over to your poll. What's going on, man?
Well, scoot them boots. I honestly, and Dave, I think I'm going to start with you on this one. I'm going to come right at you with it. I hope that you saw. If you didn't, that's fine. But I asked everyone out in Holler Nation, hashtag Holler Nation. Yeah, dongle it. I asked everybody in Holler Nation, it's finally fall time. God bless America. It's finally fall time. This is when, no shit. This is when Appalachia shines, in my opinion, in more ways than one. But here's the real deal. What's your favorite outdoor fall time activity? When you can step outside and it's room temperature. That's why I like fall. I don't get depressed in fall. I get happy. You feel me?
There's a fall activity for you.
There's one right there. Oh my God, that's right down the middle of the show.
What?
Dave, what's your favorite outdoor fall time activity? Autumn.
Well, probably I like bicycling in the fall, man. You know, it's just crisp, and you just get that good crisp feeling when you're out cycling. You know, I would say football, but I have a bad taste in my mouth. I was just at the Huntington High School game, and it was like 28-0 at halftime. But man, they were trying to keep the spirits up. Like the announcer was like, "Hey, you know what the best instrument in the world is? It's cowbell." And so everybody's like banging the cowbells and trying to keep the good vibes going. And it's like 28-0, but like, and so like you gotta give it to them for like trying to keep that team spirit up, you know. But I do like some pigskin. I do like a little football action, a little Marshall. Like tomorrow, Appy State, you know, CBS. That's pretty cool stuff, man. We could be ranked if we beat Appy State. You know?
If we drop another 59-0 bomb, I mean, let's do it. I will be there, Dave. I will be there. I'm a season ticket holder. So I'll tell you. I don't know. Have you been in the stadium yet this year? By the way,
I have not. So my scout troop's parking cars tomorrow. You know, for people parking and not tailgating, but parking. But we're supposed to be parking some cars tomorrow, so we'll get to at least see the stadium, I guess.
So, like the inside of it this year, it's very interesting, man. It doesn't feel that different when you're in there. It still feels pretty normal. Everything goes on as normal. The crowd is obviously smaller. They're only going to let so many people in. They don't let you re-enter. And I don't know if you guys were aware, but Marshall was the only stadium in America that would let fans re-enter. That doesn't happen anywhere else. That was another thing that we took for granted here locally was this.
Right, so that's changed as well. I just read the new guidelines, which they have been changing on a constant basis, and specifically regarding this particular game. Once you're in there, you got to stay. You have to wear your mask the whole time. We are on national motherfucking television for the world to see. National doesn't mean just us, by the way. We're the United States. Our national means the planet Earth. So, Marshall versus Appy State tomorrow. It's almost today. It'll get there. I'm so pumped. Gracie, you got an answer?
What are we talking about?
Hi, Gracie. It's a
kidding.
podcast.
Anyway.
Holler.
I'm just kidding. I like trick-or-treating and Halloween parties and wearing fall colors.
So I wonder,
jumping in leaf piles.
I wonder what's happening.
And
I wonder what
dead leaves. What
at the end of the month? The end of the
and getting married.
Yeah.
Married might be one of my favorite activities of fall this year.
How would you know? You haven't done it yet.
We'll see how it goes. I said it might be. I didn't say it is.
Are you gonna have like pumpkin spice White Claws at your wedding? Or drinks?
No, I will have pumpkin spice cupcakes. Do you want me to save you one?
Diabetes.
And a keg full of White Claw? I don't know.
I'll say
Holler
this.
Cole, what beer would you want in a keg?
Yeah, can somebody type Poots into the thing to tell us what kind of beer?
By the way, JJ says judging Chili Fest with Dave is peak Huntington. Melissa out here says live music and alcohol is what she'll do next year. I'm catching everybody up right now. Again, back to JJ. He says, what am I going to do in 2021? Hugging Dave and spilling beer on him. That's what you have to look forward to, Dave. Sean, to answer JD's poll, is campfires. Campfires this fall. So we're going to get a lot of bonfires. Lindsay says bonfires, music, foods, bad decision. Pretty fair.
All right. I've got some answers from a couple people. Oh, that's good. I'm going to go 3 answers from Facebook and then 3 answers from Snapchat. Is that cool with all y'all?
That ain't no problem.
No problem.
City manager of Huntington, West Virginia, Hank Dial says, tromping around the woods with no other reason than just being. That's some cool shit, dog. Buy the ticket, take the ride. Hank Dial. This one comes from Pat. Pat says, being outside and not sweating. Yes. Oh, shit. God damn it, right? Oh, that, by the way, is it's Friday night.
Oh, my God.
Mike G., the Grammy Award-winning engineer. He says, smoking these meats. Smoking these meats. Smoking these meats. All right, here is Snapchat coming at you on the internet. From the internet to the internet. This first one comes from a comedian from LA. His name is Jeff Zinizek. He's a wonderful man. I believe, Brian, he might have some things to say to you. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure yet what he has to say, but I do know. Oh, hang on. I'm working on it. I do know that it might be pretty fucking heavy because it's an entire minute. So are we ready for this?
Why is it about me? This is your poll, dude.
Here we go, dog.
Jeff Zinizek here, comedian in Los Angeles, to tell you my favorite fall time activity is committing Halloween time pranks on people. I haven't done it in a long time, but it is a blast to go out and create mischief around Halloween, like maybe toilet papering somebody's house or egging a person, not their house. Picking a person and going and waiting outside of where they work or their home and just annihilating them with so many eggs. And that being said, also, Brian, I'm going to shit in your face on the sports challenge that we need to have. I know it's been like 2 years or so since I've said anything about it, bro. I'm still thinking about it, even though I'm in the worst shape of my life. I'm going to smoke you.
Same.
Sport.
We've done nothing but get fatter over 2 years, but we still challenge each other to a sport off. It's just getting uglier, the results.
I'm telling you, it's in the works, people. It's real.
I'm glad to see Fabio's doing okay.
Right. How can I compete with a Greek god?
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
Fuck.
Chef sounds like it's a tall Greek
All right.
god.
Okay. All right.
I
Okay.
also like to annihilate people with eggs, by the way.
This snap. All right.
Let's talk about that
This
for a minute.
snap. This one's going to come from Kung Fu Kenny. You can snap him at Hungry Titan if he wants you to. He might not want you to. I don't know. We'll see. He just said there's two things he's actually said. First off, when I snapped him to say, dude, people like when you snap the show, he responded back, LOL, really? Aha. Yeah, dude. They like it when you hit it up.
Yeah,
You're a fucking
bring it on.
airline pilot. You travel the goddamn world. So people love that shit. One of his things he says, because he gave me both a text, a video, and a photo. So we're going to power through this thing because Kenny is the shit. He says going to the drive-in for Harry Potter is a damn good fall thing to do. I agree. Spend a whole day, watch every Harry Potter movie. You don't even have to watch them. Just put them on. Oh. Take the kids. Teach some lessons. Play some games. Have fun properly. This one is also from Kenny, and this is what he says.
Explosions.
Anyway, yeah, he's
no idea.
Well, that was Harry Potter. He's at the drive-in theater for Harry Potter, dude. And that's a photo of him.
He's at the drive-in.
Dressed up as Harry Potter. Literally dressed up as Harry Potter. Thank you, Kenny, so much.
Man,
And
I would be really good friends with this guy.
you would love Gracie. You would love Kenny. To be honest, he should have already gotten an invitation to your wedding, but you actually never met him, so it's okay.
Gracie, Kayla wants to know, can they egg you at your wedding instead of throwing birdseed? And I'm all for that. I vote yes to that. We can take the poll.
Too. I vote. Hey, Dave.
No. I draw the line, but I'm okay with pig
here, all right? It's a Republican democracy. And it's not a Democratic Republic.
No, not my wedding.
Republican.
The wedding is a dictatorship, and I am the dictator. So, no.
Are you guys, Gracie? Are you guys dressing up? Are you guys up like in Halloween costumes or for your wedding?
I'm not, and no, my what are they called? Guests are. My guests are allowed to, and like my bridal party if they want to. But I just want aesthetically pleasing pictures for my like wedding album. But my guests will. I'm excited.
But Dave, to answer this better, she was certainly pushing everyone to wear Halloween costumes. That's what I've thought the whole time is I'm wearing a Halloween costume. This is the first time I've heard her even back off that stance a little bit. Her whole thing was wear Halloween costumes. No. That was her whole thing.
No, I'm not. My bridal party is not. My guests are.
There you go. There you go. So
yelling.
see,
I don't know what's going on.
What I heard, what I kind of heard was that costumes are encouraged, but not required.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the best way to put it. So there it is. Costumes encouraged, not required. You can dress however you fucking want because it's Gracie's fucking wedding, motherfuckers, and it's gonna be kick ass. It's going to be the best party that the entire year of 2020 has ever seen, and I'm not fucking lying. There are some things, by the way, in the works about that. I'm not going to reveal them until a little later, but things are happening. Some stuff's going.
Yeah. Here's what's happening. Here's what's happening, Gracie. I'm dressing as Sonic the Hedgehog in a neon blue onesie, and I'm going to piss myself in the front row right at your wedding. It's going to be awesome.
All right.
Only if you shove like an eggplant down the front of it.
The votes are coming in, by the way, for your keg. Here's one for Leinenkugels. That's a great idea, actually.
Lonnie's red, yeah. Can't go wrong with that.
I got another snap, and then I'm done with stuff for right now because we're going to move on to other things. So this one comes from Brittany, who, by the way, just had a birthday. She did a charity fundraiser for Cincinnati Children's Hospital. She raised $90 just because of her birthday. That's cool shit.
Very cool.
Brittany says, favorite outdoor fall activity? LOL. Well, I love to hike when it's fall, and I usually love the wine and pumpkin festivals that aren't happening this year. Sad face. But getting drunk outside and not sweating my balls off, I like that shit. Good response.
I gotta get on this
all the way around. I think we should. Did we get a chance to go? Is everybody gone? I can't remember if everybody's gone or not.
Gracie, will there be macaroni in a pot at your wedding? Ask Holler Nation.
Is that a costume?
No.
It could be. It could be a costume, an appetizer, and many other things.
Lindsay, you can come to our wedding only if you dress as macaroni in a pot.
It could be a new little sister or a costume.
Brian, was your answer football? Was it football or was it what was it? What was your answer?
I think it's biking. I think biking in the fall. Is I definitely dig that, and hiking too. And I love disc golfing in the fall. Although I usually forget and throw yellow discs, and so I'm out there for an hour trying to find.
Dave, I would like
trying to find where's that yellow disc at.
Dave, I want to befriend you just for the disc golf. Please show me the way with disc golf. I'm highly competitive and love sports. I've never tried this, and I feel like with the right teaching,
for real?
I've never been.
All right, here's the deal. We have to poll Holler Nation. Holler Nation, do you think that Brian, Tracy, and Dave need to go play disc golf at the Rotary Park course ASAP? If you say yes, we will do it. We will just have to look at it. What do you think, Dave?
Hey, baby, I hear the blues are calling. Tossed salads and scrambled eggs. Oh, my.
Hey, I didn't go, by the way, JD. Okay, so my answer for fall activity, as a kid, man, this was my favorite time of year to go out and play the sports. I can smell what that smells like being out on the field during this time of year. That smell still lives with me. It's awesome. But right now, as an adult, man, I love going outside to events and to bonfires, things like that. I miss Chili Willie's. Rest in peace, Chili Willie's, for many reasons. I miss the original Calamity Cafe. I would do that any season. But no, there's my answer, man. So is that everything with your poll officially?
I have one answer, and it is me and Dave. You're going to like this, man. Me and my family get together every single year and make apple butter on one weekend.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. It takes all day to do. I don't know if a lot of people know how difficult it is. I know that Dean Six knows.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
I know that he knows because he's been cooking from scratch ever since he was probably born. Holler. Seriously, making apple butter, taking all day to do it. It's a family tradition. Family tradition.
There you go.
But honestly, we have so much fun doing it. It takes 12 hours to make apple butter the right way. We do it now in memory of my grandfather, my grandmother, and now my oldest uncle, who recently passed. He's a wonderful man named Ramey Barker. He was the mayor of Chapmanville, West Virginia. We make this in honor. And normally we go up to the Holler to make it, the Garrett's Fork, actually. We can't do that this year, right? Hashtag COVID-19. We're trying to follow the effing guidelines. So
that's a bummer, dude.
So the way we're doing it this year is we're doing it here in fucking Huntington, motherfuckers. And I'm going to live stream it on my own personal page. If you want an invite, send me $5, venmo.com/shadyshoort. We're going to make it happen. It's going to be kick-ass. And I think, Dave, how many times have you made apple butter in your life?
How I made? I've only done it a couple times, man. Yeah, I've went out and done stories on it, But I don't have any family tradition doing it. I mean, we would always can and all that stuff, but never did make apple butter. Yeah.
You want to throw a mask on and come over, and I'll give you a jar, bro?
Sure, man.
All right, sick.
I'm
Dave
in.
Lavender's coming to my fucking family's family tradition. All
Might be a
right.
cousin.
If you want to subscribe to JD's live feed of JD stirring macaroni in a pot, aka apple butter, this fall, you heard it here first. Hey, before we scoot on to this next segment, Dave, we've got a question for you in Holler Nation. Willem wants to know, how were you able to slip the words bag tag and moose knuckles past the HD editors multiple times during your kickball coverage over the years? And I will also follow up with a question on that, since I am the captain of Team Bag Tag, by the way.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, I don't know. I was always able to slip that in, but then I could never get the name of my band, Big Rock and the Candy Ass Boys. Like they always. It's funny too, because like there was like one Thursday we were playing the Black Sheep, and so they wouldn't put in Candy Ass in the paper, but then we had like a story about Pussy Riot in the paper, and they just
right.
you know, like,
yeah, anything goes, but apparently it doesn't.
Can't say Candy Ass, but I don't know. I was able to like slip in some pretty good kickball coverage.
I don't know if that was you or not, but we still have a clipping saved. Actually, the very first time we went to Vegas, and the story, the headline, bigger than shit, in the local newspaper said, "Bag Tag Team goes to Vegas," and it just made it sound like not right. It made it sound not right. If that was you, Dave, good job. Hell yeah, man.
Awesome. That's fucking fantastic. Thank you, Brian, for putting that in. Brian will suck at disc golf, so if Brian wants to get his ass beat, yes. Well, guess what, Lindsay, who, by the way, played an entire round of 2-4-6-8 last week on our show. Go listen to it. It was a fucking hot mess. Thank you so much for joining in again. Let's scoot boots on to the next thing, which I think we know what it is, right?
It's the favorite time of the week. Here we go.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired. My money long, how it's grown.
Guys, welcome to Shots Fired. It's that part of the show where we are going to fire shots about something while we take shots of something. Kindly fuck off over yonder. That's a great sticker. That's a great sticker. Since I'm the one talking, I'm going to go ahead and lead this thing off. My shots fired this week. Oh, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. You ready for this? It's like it's almost like a shots for, but it's a shots fired in a very selfish way. So here we go. I'm sipping on Bullet bourbon, by the way. Bullet barrel strength bourbon. JD, I'm so glad you got a bottle over there as well, man. Good for you, dude. That's awesome. That's good stuff. I tell you, man, this is my smelling salt. This wakes me up. Here we go. Okay, so my shots fired this week. You ever watch these videos? I know you've all seen them. There's multiple artists. As a matter of fact, there's so many of them. I can't believe there's so many. One that sticks out in my head, the guy that does the paintings, the giant paintings for like NBA players and people like that. I think his name's Dave Garibaldi or something like that. Anyways, these guys that can paint, guys and girls, whoever, that can paint these giant, amazing portraits with all these colors, whether they're doing it with their hands or whatever, but like they're already fucking my head up with all of this that they're doing so wildly. And then for the cherry on top, they spin it at the very end. The whole thing was painted upside down, as if in their brain they saw it all upside down, and then they just shit on us all by flipping it around and like, fuck you. That's how much better I am than you. These guys are aliens, man. These aren't real people. A real human can't do that. That's not possible. These guys are aliens. They make me feel bad about myself because they are so good. they are my shots fired.
Give us some pops, bro. Give us some pops.
Upside down painter guys. How do you do it?
Pop it up. Okay, Dave, do you know how they do that?
I'm going next.
What's that?
Do you know how they do that, Dave?
Sorry, she has Tourette's.
No, I have no idea how they do
No,
it.
I'm going next.
Like totally witchcraft, man.
I have a thing, caveat, and then Gracie's going next. But here's the deal. Do you know how they do that? It's this simple. They turn the phone upside down.
That's it.
Gracie, go.
Okay. I don't have a shots fired this week.
Oh,
I have a shots for, and you
Oh,
probably
okay.
already know who it's for, but you're going to hear it anyway. This is to my girl, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, feminist icon, fighter for gender equality, #1 boss babe. Rest in power. Cheers.
I'll definitely take a shot to that.
Oh, I hit my mic. Power shot. Can I tell you something just as a caveat to what she just said? This is a book called Teachings of the Buddha. Look at how big the book is. No, look how tiny. Dave, do you ever fuck around with the Buddha? You know what I'm saying?
Sean, thank you so much for coming by. See you later, Sean.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you, man. Dave, you ever mess around with the Buddha?
A little bit. Some of the, all right. Yeah, I definitely like the teachings of,
All right, so this is apparently what he said, and I think it's a wonderful thing. It's basically just the universe talking, and this is how it goes.
Yeah.
Do not pursue the past. Do not lose yourself in the future. The past no longer is. The future has not yet come. Looking deeply at life as it is in the very here and now, the practitioner dwells in stability and freedom. We must be diligent today. To wait until tomorrow, it's too late. Death comes unexpectedly. How can we bargain with it? The sage calls a person who knows how to dwell in mindfulness night and day, one who knows the better way to live alone.
Let's go party.
Come on, Barbie, do some stuff, man.
That's how I like to end every Buddha speech. Only Barbie song. That's it.
God damn it. By the way, I'm drinking these right now. I don't know if anybody saw that.
Oh no, I remember Bud Light. I remember the Bud Platinums back in the day. Those were, I don't even know where to start. I had some bad nights on those.
So these are gnarly. This is a hard seltzer flavored with the blood orange. And it's 8% alcohol by volume, but it's made with agave, so it has lower glycemic index. And that's fucking cool. That's fucking cool. Well, lower glycemic index than sugar. It's still going to fuck up your blood. You know what I'm saying? Gulp it.
JD Lacanis would like to know why you're already dressed for Gracie's wedding.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Hang on. Let me fix that. I was actually dressed for Ruth Bader Ginsburg's pass. That's respect. That's respect for all.
Well, JD, keep it on. Come on, JD.
Make peace. Make peace, people. What's up, man? All right. Am I doing the podcast or is it Dave? Who goes next?
I thought you guys had matching shirts there for a minute.
I know what's going on with all the yellow, man.
Man.
I'm a yellow belly,
Mustard yellow.
Am I going next or is Dave going next? What's up?
Who's next? Who's next for shots fired?
I'll do it. This is my shots fired. It goes a little something like this. Business hours need to be shifted by at least 2 hours, okay? If it takes 30 minutes to get somewhere and then 30 minutes to get back, you have only 1 more hour of shopping to do before you go absolutely insane, and then you want to murder the human that's checking out your products, and then you want to blow up the robot you have to constantly touch and need a human for anyway. There you go.
Now, wait a second. I have questions. Can you walk me through what's going on? I mean, it's funny. I get to blow up the robot part and kill a human. I totally get that part. But what the fuck are we talking about? Can you simplify this for me? What's going on?
So sometimes certain businesses are open from 9 to 5. Sometimes certain businesses are open from 8 to 4. Sometimes certain businesses are open from 10 to 6. Those businesses offset their schedule in ways for people that are getting off of one business to go to the next bit. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, an odd way to get me there, but yeah, I guess I get it. So yeah, okay. Here comes some shots. You ready?
Here they come.
Big Mike out there says, where did you get those? Big Mike, let me know what you're talking about. You talking about stickers, alcohol, sounds, shirts?
Probably
Be always talking about that, probably. Where did you get those, JD?
No comment.
Sorry, Big Mike. JD's being cryptic.
Actually, I know exactly, you know exactly where I got these. It is on 29th Street at a place called Quality Exhaust. It's right next to it. It's basically a marathon station. They're really, really cool people, locally owned. Very nice, very chill, great pricing. All the money you spend there is reinvested in the local community. And it has been for fucking years, dude. It's fucking amazing. Eat and drink. Eat and drink.
Thanks,
this.
Brian.
Shout out to Quality Exhaust too. They've hooked me up a couple times.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. What was the last thing you got done from them, Dave?
Well, I have a '92 Honda, and so it's like held together with like mystery hole bumper stickers and a "Don't blame me, I voted for Willie Nelson" bumper sticker. And so they hooked a brother up, and that Honda Civic is still on the road. Thank God for and shout out to the Quality Exhaust.
I'm gonna do a real quick one, all right? A little dangerous. I wanna show ya. Desire.
Big Mike, by the way, says, thank you so much. I'll be there tomorrow. So good shout out. Good shout out right there. Ryan says, hey, it's Dave.
Hey, what's up, Ryan? He's finally off the river. He's been out there on this jet ski all
Oh, I know. He's
What
the jet ski master. 1 second. 55. That's all you need to know. 55.
Oh, fuck.
Dave Lab, do you have a shots fired?
I do, man. So I'm actually wearing a this is my 2 cents. This is my John Prime shirt. And so if you can see it, he's like pretty the Prime family's pretty, because he was a singing mailman, right? And here's was his 2 cents worth, So he's pretty pissed off that people were fucking with the postal service. And so it's pretty bad when the CEO of the postal service doesn't know how much a stamp costs. And so I'm down, like super pissed about people being in charge that don't know, that couldn't even win at Price is Right on how much their products cost.
Their own product, yeah.
Yeah. So I am down. I am like really pissed off about sabotage of the USPS. I mean, what are we going to do with all those little funky trucks, I mean, those things got to be on the road and like bringing in some good ballots, So I'm pretty ticked off about that. And so trying to show my support, for the post office. And, yeah, definitely, man.
All right. Well, here comes your shot. Have at it, man.
Ooh, this one's a citrus one, and it's kind of the best one. I haven't had the other ones yet. I just did the blood orange and
orange.
Blood orange. Shouts to Garrett Babb. By the way, speaking of Garrett Babb, local artist, he did that art right above me here. That one. It was the first thing that struck my fancy when I went to one of his art shows, and I was like, I need that. How much is it? He was like, this much. I was like, here's the money. I have to have it now before someone else gets it. That's going nowhere. That is staying there forever. To be honest, this whole room is the Babb room. It's fucking awesome. You've met it. You know who he is, Dave.
Yeah.
What do you think of Rat Ship, man? That's one of his bands. They're honestly they blow my mind, man.
Yeah, they were a great band, and I remember Tower of the Elephant. Is that like one of his old bands? Like he's been in some great bands around here.
Dude, he's such a fucking wonderful. Yeah, he's such a wonderful musician, dude, and he's always put together such great stuff. And his whole mentality about coming at music is very interesting, and it's very similar. And I'm pivoting now to the next question, which is, can you tell us a little bit about Big Rock and the Candy Mountain Ass Man?
Yeah.
Big Rock and the Blair Mountain Battle Boys.
Yeah, it's the Big Rock and the Candy Ass Mountain Boys. So it's sort of like a kind of wild little group of hippies. You know, it's like eight people, 8-piece band, Appalachian string band with a horn section, and it's kind of multi-generational. This is pretty badass. There's two guys that are in the band, Warren Owens and Ted Harris, and they were actually roommates and friends up at Kent State during the shooting, and they're still in a band together, which is insane. And so I'm in their band, and I feel really blessed because of that. And Warren's like a, big Santa Claus bearded log cabin builder out in Lincoln County, and Ted Harris is an African American dude who was All American track at Kent State from Long Island and the Bronx, and he lives in Athens, Ohio, and has had the longest running jazz gig in Ohio, up at Tony's every Tuesday night in Athens. So they're like super big buddies, and I'm still in a band with them. And so we just finally made a second record, which is kind of cool, out of James Barker's, and so which is
It's my
Tyler's
cousin's name. It's not the same cousin, but it's my cousin's name. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so James has a new studio, and we cut it right before they and he mixed it and everything right before they were supposed to go. They had kind of finished up at the Ryman, and then they were supposed to hit the road with Sturgill Simpson for like 6 months, and so anyway, we got it done, and we just put it out, and so we're pretty stoked about it. It's nice in COVID, just to have anything done, feel like it made an accomplishment if you put on hard pants, And so,
what the fuck? That's the answer. Like, that's the perfect answer for that. Can you tell us what's the name of the album?
Yeah, Camden Park Queen, and so the whole
yeah, there it is.
So I wrote this song. So we would play Camden Park, pretty much every summer for the last 4 or 5 years, and anyway, so like maybe the second time that we played it, I'm like, has anybody ever? I mean, the place has been around since 1902, and Billy Crash Craddock played it 360 fucking times, and I'm like, has anybody ever written a song about it? And I didn't know of one, and I'm like, surely Steve Free or somebody wrote a song about it. Nobody. So I'm like, well, I guess somebody's got to do the dirty work. So I did it, and so wrote like pretty quirky little tune about Camden Park, and so I don't know, that's a neat little tune, sort of Tom Waits-esque, and so Alex Kendall, who is in the Heptanes, is our drummer, and he does a hell of a cool job doing all kinds of cool percussion on it.
Do you shout out any rides in this song, like the Big Dipper? Like,
well, of course, man, you gotta shout out like a bunch of the rides.
I can't wait to hear this, man.
Yeah, it's and it's kind of like Camden Park. It's got like some double entendres, so it's slightly
Sent it in the group chat, Brian.
But it's like, yeah, it's fun though. It's quirky, it's fun, and it's like it's it kind of like once I start thinking about Camden Park, it kind of flowed out like dirty log flume water. It just started pouring out. I love Camden Park. It's a neat place. It's our Coney Island,
It sure is. I'm not against it at all.
Yeah, I mean, hell, everybody's there. Dolly Parton, Porter Wagner, Garth Brooks. He played there for $500. So
Chili Willis.
Chili Willis.
Well, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets hot, hoochie coochie.
Alan Jackman. Hugh Jackson. Dude, Dave, I honestly, this podcast will go 7 hours if you keep telling stories. I'm telling you right now. It is so much fun. Can we have you on like once a year, twice a year? Like, can we maybe seasonally, like as a way?
Yeah.
Like a way to report the Dave trip, all the trips you do, all the things you do for the development office, making it get real. Oh,
Chris Worth. Nice. Hey, Chris.
Chris Worth's a good friend of Eric Hamilton Woods, who is a fantastic artist. I don't know if you've ever seen or heard his stuff.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite HMAF moments is when Eric Woods, he had the hayride, and he let out like a whole like flock of doves while he was playing a show, like during his set at HMAP.
Mm-hmm.
It was like one of the better, it really beat pyrotechnics. It's the only time I've ever seen like a that kind of thing. It was cool.
What a beautiful moment. What beautiful moments. And you know what? Beautiful moments. Beautiful moments. And this is a beautiful moment. Thank you so much for sharing stuff. All right, we're moving on to a game we're going to play. But before we shout the game, I want to say camocbd.com, offer code Jody, Jodi. It gets you free shipping on your shit. Go get some stuff. Drink it, eat it, do it, smoke it, snort it.
And I'll tell you what, for those of you out there waiting on it, before we do get to that game, I am definitely going to blast through Holler Nation snaps. You guys are waiting on it. I'm bringing it to you right after this stab. Here we go.
Listen to all of our past episodes at officialholler.com.
Holler Nation, if you snapped me, it's coming up now. I want to hear what you're going to do next year that you weren't able to do right now. Don't know what JD's doing. He's fucking with me. He's fucking with my brain right now. Doesn't matter. I'm going to blow right through it. All right. Let's kick this thing off with this person right here who has her own soundboard.
Rachel! 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 Rachel!
If you didn't guess, it's Rachel.
First thing I'm gonna do is hug everybody. Everybody's getting a hug with consent, and also
The
go
worst.
or out of town. Both of those things sound great.
I thought she said she's gonna fuck everybody. That was crazy.
Can I if you guys don't mind, play her thing that she sent me? Can we go back and forth, Brian? We haven't done this in a long time.
Let's do it.
All right, dude. All right. All right. Can you give me that one more time? Can you roll it through one more time? All right. This is her response. Favorite outdoor fall time activity. I guarantee you it's going to be a good one. Here we go.
Holla. So I love cooler weather. If we had winter this year, that would be fucking dope. I'm already sitting outside. I like to go on walks and hikes and scavenger hunts. And this week has been great because I've been on staycation, and all I've been doing is been working on bugs and bones. I got my crazy little setup out here.
Bugs and bones, bugs and bones, bugs and bones.
A little soaking jar of possum bones.
Whoa.
The skull cap that I found.
Whoa.
I just like to be outside when it's nice and cool. Bring on that cool weather.
Wow. So she's dealing with her sad, by the way, stress, anxiety, depression. She's dealing with hers in like this really cool way, like using the dead things to make the new things that last
bugs
forever.
And bones, bugs and bones. Greg Oxley, what's up, man? Chris Worth says, "I love you, Dave." There you go. So this is back to me now, JD. It's my turn, and we've got upcoming Holler Nation Snap Star here, Lindsay, who's all through the chat. Here's her answer for what she's gonna do next year. Here we go.
I, for one, because I am a deadhead, will be going to as many Grateful Dead, Dead and Company concerts as possible. That is what I will do in 2021 because I am awesome.
Yeah, man, we all miss live music so much. We're gonna keep getting those answers over and over, and that's a great answer.
I can't wait to be able to hug and kiss all of my friends. I can't wait for it.
Eddie, you're up. You're gonna open a snap or no? Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. This one comes from it's just Jessica. Whatever. She says hiking, carving, pumpkins, bonfires. It's my favorite, most wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time of year. All right.
It's been
Brian's turn, and then I got one more, and then we're skipping. We're moving.
Okay, this one comes from our comedian in LA, Jeff Zinizek. He's gonna say some fucked up shit. Here we go. Can't wait.
Yo, what up? Holler, it's Jeff Zinasek from Los Angeles to tell you something I'll do in 2021 that I haven't been able to do this year is exist. I have not been able to live my life or be a human being this year, and it sucks. So next year, I'm going to be a human being who has a life and will do things. Get a mulligan on this year. I'm 35. I'm actually not 35, I'm 36, but that doesn't matter. This year doesn't count. So I'm going to start over. And then also in 2021, I'm going to dominate Brian at sports. I could have done that in 2020. I can do it anytime, any place, any sport. It doesn't matter. Hockey also.
Jesus.
I can't skate. I can't even skate backwards, but I won't need to go backwards. I skate only forward because I look towards the future and I'm very positive.
Thank you for that wonderful answer. We will sport. I'm gonna sport the fuck out of you, Jeff Zinizek. You just wait, man. You keep challenging me like this over the internet.
All right.
Bad thing, man.
Snap on my side. Final from Snapchat. By the way, hit us all up on Snapchat. But just go to officialholler.com. That tells you everything you need to know. Get involved. We are you. Make peace. We are you. You are we. We are. Give it to me, Brian. You know what I'm talking about.
I got you.
That's the one. All right, here we go. Shit. Hang on. Okay, here we go. Are we ready? This is from Josh, who likes to say, "Make wiffle ball great again."
Hey JD, I am also glad it's all burning the fuck up this year. Anyway, what outdoor activities I like going hiking in a lot of the state parks in the state, Blackwater Falls, Hawks Nest, places like that in West Virginia. I also like doing those white girl things, like pumpkin patch, and I really like the corn maze, going to haunted houses, like a haunted barn or wherever that place is called in Fallsburg, Kentucky. Corn maze down in Milton is awesome. I don't know if any of those things are going to be happening this year, so I would say I'm probably going to settle for hiking in the state parks and stuff like that. So, pretty simple, I guess.
Boom shakalaka!
You a B-dub-B, dog. You a B-dub-B, dog.
We're lucky that we have all those in West Virginia, by the way. Not everyone is so lucky with all these like wonderful state parks. So he's exactly right. Take advantage of the local stuff. Hey man, I'm gonna blow through the rest of Holler Nation before we get going here because I've got a few more snaps. Let's kick this one off from Thomas, Big T. What's up?
I believe that I'll be going to Lexington to partake in some bourbon trails. Get a little bourbon on this palate right here. I tell you what.
Yeah, he's right. All the bourbon tours, man, they've been like postponed or canceled, or you can only go with like 3 people. Like, it sucks, man. We're right here by the Bourbon Trail as well. So good point. This one comes from Levi in New Mexico. Levi, thank you for listening and supporting the show. What's up?
Yeah, man, I just got your snap. So it might be too late, but 2021, I'm doing all the kickball things. Wackapalooza, Scottsdale. Oh, no, I did Scottsdale this year. All the other kickball things I'm in 2020.
Yeah, that's another kickballer. I actually, so Dave, our team went to Vegas quite a few times and represented West Virginia proudly, by the way. And I met great people out there, lifetime friends now, like Levi. Levi's from New Mexico. All kinds of really cool people out there. A few more answers. This one comes from Nikki. She says, "Take a real vacation." Amy, nope, that was a personal one. Malia.
That's my favorite part of the show, which we're getting into right now.
Actually, no, fuck it. I'm gonna read that one out loud. You guys want to hear what that one said? It's funny enough.
Always do.
Amy says, "Can I please unsubscribe from this podcast?" Yes, you can, Amy. Live on the show. Shout out to you. Thanks for keeping it real. Thanks again. Malia says, I'm getting a divorce. That's a great. And that's all for my Holler Nation.
I'm telling you so much. Dave Lavender brought out the peeps tonight. So I say we play a game with Dave Lavender, or should I say Lave Davender?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it, man. Let's move on.
One girl and a bottle of Jaeger. What could go wrong? It's Holler.
All right. Okay. So we got a game here, and Dave, I hope that you were cool with figuring out what you need to figure out. I need you to ask all of us some questions.
Okay.
Whoever wins, you asking whoever wins, like whoever beeps in, I got it, and then you get to you're the host. It's your host, Lave Davender. I'm drunk. Can you ask us at least 3 questions and stump us as much as you can? If I get it right, Brian has to do 1 push-up. If Brian gets it right, I have to chug.
Yeah.
And if Gracie gets it right, she makes a song request, and I try to make it happen on my guitar, and Brian has to somehow dance or something.
That's awesome.
Nice. Okay. So does it need to be themed out, or the questions, or
the question should be, and this is just me again. This is the deal. Gotta fucking follow the guidelines, dude. You gotta fucking fuck off, dude. You gotta fucking Chili Willis. Can we go West Virginia trivia? And I want you to stump us, man, because some of this stuff is like people don't understand. We are the birthplace of the new world.
Definitely, man. Okay, so this is a West Virginia songwriter. He wrote Frosty the Snowman, and he also wrote Smokey the Bear, and about 500. And he also wrote about 500 other songs. It was from Kaiser, West Virginia.
Oh shit! How many seconds are you giving us?
That's a pretty self. He's in the West Virginia Music Hall of Fame.
10 seconds.
Oh, and he wrote Peter Cottontail too. So
Wait.
Smokey the Bear, Frosty the Snowman, and Here Comes Peter Cottontail, all written by a West Virginia songwriter from Kaiser, West Virginia.
Oops.
Welcome back to the Golden Horseshoe Test, but harder and cooler, by the way.
Fuck.
I have no.
I think you guys are all like doing a shot. I think it's his name is Jack Rollins. So.
Oh shit!
That's a pretty good trivia.
All right.
Okay.
Guess what? All right. I'm chugging this. Brian does a push-up. Gracie, think of a song that I might know.
Oh, because I'm wrong. Okay, fine. Okay, I'm back.
Wait, Brian. What? Okay. Anyway, Frosty the Snowman.
No, God damn it!
Yeah. That's all right. Next question. Here we go.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Tyler Childers was up in this West Virginia county when he wrote the Universal Sound.
Oh fuck! Wait. Okay, I got this. Buzz.
Greenbrier.
Okay. Oh no.
Oh, she's wrong. Gracie's wrong. Gracie failed.
It's also the largest county.
Gracie, you either have to do a push-up or take a drink. It's one of the two.
That a girl.
Hey.
Breaking out the
Which county was it? Can you tell me one more time, Dave?
Yeah, so what county was Tyler Childers in when he came upon the Universal Sound?
Okay. So now it's me and Brian, right? One of us has to pick one. There's only 55 in our state.
And he was up in this county. He was up in it. It's up near Cass and Snowshoe, if that helps.
Brian, go.
Marlington.
Oh shit! Son of a bitch! All right, I still got Chuck. Woo! Okay.
Greg says good night. Good night, Greg.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you for chilling out with us. We appreciate it. All right, one more question at least, but we can do a couple more. We have to, but let's do it. Stump us, man. Stump us. West Virginia Trivia with
Your host, Lavender. Welcome to West Virginia Trivia with Lavender.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, what year was Mountain Stage started? 1963, 1983, or 2003?
83.
Yep.
Oh
Ding,
shit!
ding.
This is for
Brian wins. I have to drink.
Yeah. You thirsty, son? Let's go.
Yeah, I did. Because
Chris, I didn't see your answer in time, but yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Chris Worth's coming in hot on that. You know, his brother's done the. Chris's brother did. He's done great travel stories with like in all 55 counties, man. So it's really cool.
That is pretty cool.
And that's what.
Also, his art is so fantastic. Everything he's done.
Do other states have as many counties as our little state? I feel like we have a lot. Does this happen in other states? They have this many counties?
Well, Kentucky has 120.
Holy shit!
It's also 500 miles wide too. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Different time zones, man. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's really stretched out.
All right, everybody. Speaking of Kentucky, we missed the Derby. I missed the Derby.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
$40 infield ticket is the best investment you can ever fucking make. They are literally. I'm telling you, Lexington, Kentucky is one of the best cities to go to. The people there are amazing. They're actually, you know what? The people in Huntington are a little bit more amazing than the people in Lexington. I will cheers to that. Cheers, y'all.
Mountain Day.
Well, that was fun. That was great. That was great trivia right there.
So have you guys been to the Derby before? It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, JD definitely has.
Yeah. So I went when I was in college. So JD, I was in the infield, and we had stayed up all night with a bunch of our like newspaper staff from the Kentucky Journal. And so anyway, I had at some point like passed out and took a nap, and I woke up and a bunch of people were yelling, and so I was figuring it was the Kentucky Derby. And so I ran over there, and it was just a bunch of people, naked people, running down a slicky slide. It wasn't really Derby. I hadn't missed it.
You had missed it. What was it then? Or did you sleep through the whole thing? What happened?
I just took a short nap, and then I woke up, and all these people were yelling and standing up and screaming, and I thought it was the Derby, like the race, you know. So I went over there, and there was just a bunch of people, naked people, coming down a slicky slide in the middle of the infield.
So Brian already knows my favorite fake hashtag fake sports. I guess that's a good hashtag. Hashtag fake sports. My favorite hashtag Kentucky Derby fake sport was porta potty running. Right? There were 20 porta potties all the way down the line, right? And then there were people that would just climb on top of one and then try to run across and get to the end and jump off because they had friends that were going to catch them at the other end. They said, if you get on top of those porta potties, you're gonna have to kick it, or else somebody is gonna fucking throw a fucking right in your fucking face, dude.
Hey, we got dank ass Danny Earl, our guest from last week that everybody loves so much. He's in the house. He says, "Hey, Dave's goatee is killing it." Dave, if you missed last week's episode, this guy had a killer mullet. He was all American. Really, really fucking funny dude. He's going to be in Talladega this weekend or next weekend or weekend after that.
Talladega Nights, Tangerine Dreams, Wildberry Days, things never change.
Making a king.
Lindsay said, "Did you know the King of Dubai actually owns a castle in Lexington specifically to keep his horses?" I've seen.
Yeah,
the
I've
castle
been there.
situation.
I've been to that fucking castle. He should sell it to me for $20.
Nice horses, nice horse castle, King.
Wild horses,
One of my
wild horses,
buddies.
run faster, run faster, run faster.
We do not own the rights to that music. We don't want them either.
I don't know. Right?
Dave, what were you saying? Go for it, man.
Oh, I was just saying, yes, so that castle. So one of my friends that I did college radio at WRFL in Lexington, the UK, and so Michael Jonathan, who does Wood Songs Old Time Radio Hour. Anyway, he we used to always come on the show, and we did Unplugged series. I helped MC some of those for him, and anyway, he books that the castle there now for his Wood Songs, for his Troubadour concert series and stuff, and. Yeah, it's kind of cool. He's always doing concerts in cool places. You know, he's done them in cave.
That's absolutely fantastic. Can I? So I'm going to pivot as well. Yeah, dude. Dang, Danny Earl. It's the Danny Earl way. DEW. It's Mountain Dew. Hey, you know what? I tried
Mountain Dew.
I tried some Mountain Dew, and I had to go eat some chili. My name's Austin.
I tried this one chili and it set my mouth on fire, and I had to drink a 2-liter of Mountain Dew.
There
you go.
All right. Okay. All right. 2 more things, and then we're going to turn off the podcast before it destroys all of our computers. 2 things. One thing is, well, actually 3 things. CamoCBD.com. Use the offer code JODI, JODI. You get free shipping. Camo is a brand that uses natural stuff to make you feel better. Do it. Here's the other thing. We're going to do an outro, Dave. Do you want to play a little music, or do you want to usher before we do the outro? Because I've got 2.
Oh, I guess I could play a little Camden Park Queen on the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So how about this? You tell me what track. You tell me what track you want me to put at the end of the podcast, and I'll throw it on there, okay? So we're going to do that. We're going to do that in the post game. By the way, DJ Sanders says, I DJ'd a wedding at that castle. It was the most pimply wedding I've ever fucking seen.
That's awesome.
Right there, man. That's cool, dude.
All right. So here's the last thing. Dave, and I got to get your full attention here. Tell us about what the hell Timmy Tyler Childers May just did. Please.
Oh yeah! Wow! Yeah. So you know, I mean, he's been down in Irvine, you know, and just sort of like drying out, and it's like 6 months sober, which is really cool. And you know, he's got a big cave on his property. And so he and Dom Flemings and Jesse Wells and bunch of other really cool cats, you know, like dropped down in there and they recorded some stuff. Recorded some like super cool fiddle tunes. Jesse Wells, of course, the professor who plays fiddle with him, and he's over the Center for Traditional Music there at Moorhead. And Jesse's one of the great musicologists in Appalachia, and so really dug out a bunch of really cool tunes, you know, like Camp Chase and Bonaparte's Retreat, you know, and some really, really cool old fiddle tunes, you know. And
yeah, can you tell me about Sludge River Stomp a little bit?
Yeah, so he did. Yeah, so Tyler, wrote a song about, you know, really the coal slurry spill, you know, is based on that, and so down in Martin County, Inez. And it was a huge spill, one of the largest natural, disasters in the eastern U.S. And it was almost as large as the Exxon Valdez. You know, it was a horrible spill down there, and you know, really cut off people's fresh water. So he's very acutely aware of that situation, and took water to people when that happened back in the day. And so anyway, that's where that Sludge River Stomp comes from, is that sort of like, you know, he knows what the corporations have done, you know, to his people's land and their water, right? And he mucked it up. And so anyway, he really put just a lot of juice into learning the fiddle, and really did it right without getting the reverb down in the cave. And so it's really a beautiful record. And then he came, and just sort of like distilled, his thoughts on what sort of white rural America needs to do with kind of a come to Jesus moment of dealing with what's happened with black folks not being able to just be black in America, and so not being able to do anything, right? Breonna Taylor not doing nothing but sleeping, and George Floyd, people, not doing anything really, and getting and losing their lives for it. And so anyway, he put down some really 100-proof words, and I thought he did it really eloquently. And then he also did like a video that went along with it that was equally as poignant. And so it's real powerful stuff coming from somebody from like him, because I think people will listen to him, and some people will dismiss him. But I think if people haven't hardened their hearts and closed off their ears, then people can, if they know better, they can do better. And so, not to get too serious here, but I think that's the case. Everybody, if you know better, you'll do better. And I think there's a lot of people, around Eastern Kentucky and Appalachian Mountains that could do a little better and be empathetic. Let's, like he said, let's grow some gardens and let's grow empathy. And I think we could all be better people if we think about walking a mile in somebody else's moccasins, as the old saying goes.
Dude, 100-proof words. That was awesome. That was a great way.
Response. That's fantastic. Brian, can you do me a favor? Can you recap our West Virginia Power Park double concert $2 beer extravaganza?
Oh my God! So we were lucky enough to catch Tyler Childers at a West Virginia Power Park game. And who else did we catch that day, JD? We had a double. We had Ona, right?
Oh,
Ona and Tyler Childers, while we're paying $1 or $2 for beers. So we're slamming as many beers as we possibly can. We were so drunk, but JD and I are kind of similar. The more you keep feeding us, the happier and nicer we get. And so like by the end of the night, we had all these friends of people that we didn't even know. And, but we had this great music at the same time, slamming like dollar beers at a West Virginia minor league baseball stadium. That's the shit we miss, man. That's what we miss.
Yeah. We've been real lucky, They just have so many great bands from around here, and definitely getting to see Tyler come up and his whole band from here. And he's like opened up for the Candy Ass Mountain Boys like twice, and we did like the homebrew festival with him, and Rails and L's. I remember being out there at Rails and L's. I'm in my lederhosen, and I'm out there dancing to House Fire, and I'm like the only person, and it's like one crazy guy in lederhosen, and my quote is like, "Hey, one crazy guy in lederhosen might be right,"
Hey, it's funny that you bring up Rails and L's. I have a photo. I'm going to have to find this photo because I've now told the story 5 times, but I've got a photo of myself and very young Tyler Childers holding our little Rails and L's cups. We're out by ourselves, and we're making. He and I met. I didn't know who he was. I didn't know he was a musician. We were just 2 guys that met at Rails and L's. We were just being fun drunks, and we were holding our little cups because we were laughing at how small they were. There's a photo of us together just laughing about it. And I remember when I took that photo, somebody was like, "Hey, he's a pretty good musician. Did you know who that was?" And I was like, "No, I've never met him before." And then now just to see it go so global, I'm just like, wow, that was just that guy I was holding a little beer with. That's awesome. I love this area, man. I love it so much.
I think that's
absolutely.
I think that's fucking fantastic. And Dave, thank you so much for sharing that. And Brian, thank you for sharing that. Gracie, happy marriage month in a minute.
What?
Happy fall, Gracie. We have 2 DJs in this group chat, by the way. So,
1 minute.
Woolham also DJ'd a wedding at that castle. That castle has all kinds of local DJs.
Mountain Dew.
Holler Nation, thank you guys so much for sticking in there. The few of you that are left, I can't believe you're still here with us. Those that made it to the end of the podcast, maybe you're listening a few days later. Thank you so much. There's more of this crazy shit where it came from. Dave, you were a great guest. It was great meeting you. I hope to disc golf with you, maybe drink a good craft beer or a wine with you. Absolutely.
Can I ask something of Dave?
Yeah.
Do you have a bass right now?
I do not have a bass around. Yeah, oddly enough, it's out at the farm. We've been playing my band's been playing about every other week out in Wayne County, out at the farm, and so all of my rigs are out. It's out there.
Okay. Can you fake one? By the way, Danny Earl Way says Dave speaks the truth. He is the DE Dub, the Mountain Dew.
Dave is the Mountain Dew, you know, because he's from the mountains and he's the Dew. He's the Danny Earl Way.
I'm from Franklin Furnace, so it's the largest bottler of Mountain Dew in the world is what I
Holy shit. That's my favorite fact of the night.
And ain't no lie.
Really? The largest bottler is this close. That's
all right.
crazy.
So check this. Gracie, we need to sign off from you. And then as we do this, I'm going to pick up guitar and I want to do something fun. If you guys are cool with this to end the show. And then we're going to fucking sign it off. So, Gracie, can you take us out of here, please?
Okay, signing off. Christopher says, somehow Gracie's the funniest one of you, so suck my dick.
I wasn't going to show that
That's
one,
my
but
sign-off.
since you said it, okay, I'll pop it up on the screen.
I have fans. I have to get Gracie shirts made for all of my fans.
All right. So, Dave,
yeah.
I'm going to do a song right now.
Okay.
And it's going to be weird on purpose. But
Okay.
that's what I do. You know, it's this chord, and then there's. So that's the chord progression, and we're gonna dedicate this song. If you don't mind, we're gonna have some weird fun.
Okay.
Some weird fun here. Try to fake the bass line with your face, your mouth face.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna play what I can. Okay.
Okay.
Me and all my friends, all misunderstood. Stand for nothing. There's no way we ever could. See everything that's going wrong with the world and those who leave it. Don't have the means to rise above and beat it. We keep waiting, the world to change. That shouts to Rod Elkins. That shouts to Timmy Ty, Tyler Childers May, Sonora May. Thank you so much. This has been so much fun. Brian, take us out, bro.
Yeah, I got you.
What's up, man?
You've got mail.
I'm an Indian outlaw.
Oh my god!
It's Whitney, bitch.
Okie dokie.
Thanks, Holler. We'll catch you next week. You guys are crazy. Everybody's crazy. Dave, you're a great guest. Can't wait to meet you on the outside, in the real world, and outside this little box thing that we're in, whatever this is. See you guys later. See you guys later.
See you guys.